Hey, this is Rogue Shadow Angel, and I'm here to just talk and rant, basically. Well, not rant, but notice something I've observed. Basically, the reason I'm playing a easy MMO is because I actually had a conversation. I'm not gonna name who it was, but they didn't know what an MMO was, or a massive, was it massive multiplayer online, game. Basically, I'm a child of the 90s, so, MMO was kind of like is basically a relatively new term for someone like me who's been, playing games since God, forever. Like, video games since I was a child. Like, as long as I can remember. As long as I can remember, I've been playing games. Just at the arcade or through the Sega Genesis. Um, but online play hasn't really been around that long, as far as I know. At least in the early thousands, it became popular. But anyway, nowadays everyone plays an MMO or has played an MMO. Most people have, right? But one thing I've noticed, particularly with the younger generations here, I'm playing Star Stable, and this is actually a good idea or a good representation. Most people here are about the age of, say, not seven, but like 8 to 10, or they're in their preteens, or they are a kid. They're essentially it's a kid's game. Why am I playing it? Because I'm bored. No. No, it's because it's relaxing to me. But anyway, that's besides the point. Um, they didn't know what an MMO was. It's like, what's an MMO? Which is pretty much a coined, I guess you could say, coined term. It's a terminology that everyone knows. Hell, even my grandmother knows. Oh, my grandparents know it, or my grandmother knows it. She may not be familiar with the term or know exactly what it means, but she knows that it exists. Hell, even my mom knows what it is, and she's not exactly tech savvy. Um, but everyone plays an MMO. Even everyone plays games, even if it's failable games. I mean, technically, it's a casuals market anymore, but that's besides the point. Um, it's just I don't I don't know when the term became like disused, because everyone I know talks about it and they say MMO and like JRPG, which is a Japanese role play, right? So it's just like, why do you not know what it is? I mean, you've been on the internet. You've been on the internet your whole entire life, all X amount of years, right? Whereas I've been on the internet since what, the mid 90s, because I'm currently 26, I think. Then the internet started getting really big about what, 95, 97, 97. I don't know. But it's just interesting that people don't know what these terms are, and it's just like, really? You don't know what that means? Come on, everyone knows what it's like World of Warcraft. Come on, everyone knows World of Warcraft. Not even, quote unquote, non gamers know what World of Warcraft is. It's like, oh, you play World of Warcraft? No, I don't. Type of thing. Obviously, unfortunately, that's what people go by, but the it's the same. They can relate to it to some degree, or know what it is. But it's just I'm just curious. Is the term MMO or RPG falling out of favor? Because as long as I've been playing games, I've always had people just, I've always been playing MMOs, or not or I've always been playing RPGs, and everyone's been playing MMOs since forever. My first MMO was Ragnarok Online, so that should tell you something. But it's just interesting of the newer generation. I guess doesn't know. I mean, I'm not speaking for every single person out there, but more and more, like the terminology that I grew up with and have gotten familiar with, even my parents know relatively. My sister, who's like 4 years younger than me, knows what it is, and we grew up. She was, I was born in the 80s. She was born in the 90s. She's a millennial. I'm kind of like in between, I guess. Or both of us are in between. I don't know how that would work, but you get my point. You know, it's just. I don't understand why people don't get why. Just don't get it. Check your bat. Go back to your place and it. Hold on. Around the square, Christmas, shut the castle. Okay, that's interesting. Sorry, I was reading the quest. I don't really care. But anyway, getting off topic. Um, it's just like with with Star Stable. It's basic. It plays into a child's, or particularly a girl's fantasy. It's bright. It's got pink everywhere. It's got pink, it's got horses, it's got magic, it's got, I think it's even got a princess. I haven't got that far into the story. I haven't played the previous games that are on CD, frankly, because, it just doesn't matter to me, but it's just, I just wonder if the old terminology from, like, the first generation gamers or the previous generation gamers have has died out, and it makes me wonder if it's just been just forgotten, essentially. Where I need to go to Barney.